You usually picture local government offices as, places of endless paperwork, just quiet, bureaucratic routine. But recently in Nonthaburi, Thailand, that quiet routine was just completely shattered by a daytime assassination. Today, we are doing a deep dive into a stack of local news reports to unpack this shocking murder.
Yeah, the murder of the provincial administrative organization chairman, right in his own office.
Right, by a former member of parliament. And our mission today is to look beyond just the crime itself. We want to summarize the main points of this news to understand what it actually tells us about political patronage and justice. So, okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
We're talking about a nearly 70-year-old former MP, Chalong Riewraeng. He walked right into the office of 71-year-old Police Colonel Thongchai Yenprasoet, who was the 5-term PAO chairman, and shot him 4 times in the middle of the day.
It is just a massive collapse of a really entrenched local power structure. A PAO chairman is essentially the chief executive of a province. I mean, they control huge budgets.
Yeah.
And the shooter, Chalong, well, his own political power had recently just evaporated after a really miserable election loss.
Wow. So what on earth was the motive for a daytime hit like this?
Well, the motive he gave police really exposes the mechanics of local patronage. He claimed Thongchai owed him 11 million baht for past political favors.
Wait, 11 million baht?
Yeah, he said he fronted this money to help secure positions for others and basically went to collect because he had mounting medical bills. And when Thongchai allegedly refused to pay and just walked away, Chalong opened fire.
Though, we should note he later claimed Thongchai's driver pulled a weapon first, right? Like framing it as self-defense.
Exactly. He did say that later, but the core of it really stems from this alleged debt.
Calling an 11 million baht payout for political favors a debt is, well, it is like calling a bribe a tip. It is essentially this illegal, unwritten political tab.
Right. It's basically an off-the-books venture capital investment.
Yeah, you front the cash, expecting a massive return in political influence. But because this entire economy exists in the shadows, there is no civil court to handle the bankruptcy when things go sour. You cannot just sue someone for a shadow debt.
Which is why it tragically escalated to violence.
Exactly.
Which brings us to the psychology of the surreal aftermath. Because Chalong didn't flee or, try to hide. He walked out, got to his car, and actually called a prominent journalist, Angela Lee, while she was live streaming her show.
Wait, really? He called into a live broadcast?
Yeah, and he confessed right there on the air. She actually had to talk him down, telling him to sit on the sidewalk, unload his weapon, and wait for the police to arrive.
Okay, but then the police get there, and the sequence of events is shockingly casual. They bring him to a conference room inside the station, right?
Yes, they do.
And they let him sit there, smoke a cigarette, and even give an interview to reporters to apologize to the victim's family, all without handcuffs.
What's fascinating here is how the police defended this. They claimed he wasn't resisting and just wanted to apologize, but it really highlights this glaring disparity in how connected political figures are treated by law enforcement.
Because even a washed-up former MP carries that VIP aura.
Exactly. Officers are conditioned to defer to these figures because of those informal networks of influence that survive long after a politician loses an official title.
Well, that VIP treatment directly sparked massive public fallout. Prime Minister Newton was furious about a confessed killer holding a press conference without handcuffs.
Oh, absolutely.
So the government ordered immediate, strict gun checkpoints, specifically around government buildings. But does setting up street checkpoints for everyday civilians actually address the root problem here?
Not really, no.
Right, we are talking about an ousted political heavyweight bypassing security in a government building. Checkpoints catch ordinary people. They do not stop the VIPs who write their own rules.
It is classic security theater. The government needs an immediate visual display of control. They cannot fix systemic patronage overnight, so they implement these cosmetic measures to soothe public panic.
Meanwhile, Nonthaburi is left with a massive void. They face a mandatory election within 60 days to replace a chairman who held power for decades.
And it's worth noting Chalong's reputation here, too. He is ironically known as Thailand's original Cobra politician.
A Cobra?
Yeah, a Cobra in Thai politics is someone who constantly switches parties or defects to rival coalitions for personal gain. His desperation to collect this debt aligns perfectly with a Cobra whose political capital had finally run dry.
So to summarize, this isn't just a murder story. It is a stark look at old-school political debts and a two-tier justice system.
It really is an autopsy of an off-the-books political economy that just cannot hold itself accountable.
Right. So with this sudden violent power vacuum in Nonthaburi, the question to leave you with is this: will this tragedy ironically pave the way for a completely new, younger political faction to seize control of the province's future? Or will another old guard politician just step right into the exact same patronage system?